welcome back to the Football Terrace. Hit the like and the subscribe button. I want to thank you all, existing viewers, new subscribers. We're closing in on 410,000 subs. Cannot thank you enough. And a lot of you have said, though, you're still not getting a lot of notifications. Go into our description of this video, join our Telegram group chat. There's no spamming in there. There's no one gets your number. It's all protected. It's literally just we put our links to our shows in there in case you don't get your notification from YouTube. We're talking a bit about Arsenal today as clubs have reported them to the Premier League. Clubs are rattled. Clubs are in tears over Arsenal and have reported them. We are also taking a look at refereeing, plus big news at my beloved Manchester United as well. So stay with us for the entirety of the show. Now, I wanted to start with Arsenal today. And I saw this morning and this made me laugh. Story in the Mail today that the Premier League clubs have sent concerns about gamesmanship and Arsenal's repeated use of dark arts throughout last season to the PGMOL. This has now come to light. And I mean, one of the funniest replies I saw to this was from a rival fan of Arsenal stating they should cancel their goals from corners whenever they block the keeper from claiming crosses. A lot of rivals jumping on this, a lot of ex-pros from the rival clubs of Arsenal jumping on it, saying it's true, Arsenal cheat, Arsenal badly behaved. If this report is true and big Premier League clubs are going to the referee saying you've got to stop Arsenal's way of taking corners, way of taking free kicks, you've got to stop their approach to the game, this for me is pure unadulterated weakness. Weakness at every single level. Now, I don't want Arsenal to be successful. I want Man United to be the most successful team. I don't want any club to be more successful than Man United. That's my wish and that's my hope. But in the reality of the situation, I'm not going to sit there and call things out for what they're not. There's nothing wrong with the way Arsenal take corners. There is nothing wrong in the way they approach the game. Yes, they can be aggressive at times. Yes, there's shithousery. But isn't it amazing? We all love our own players that do it. Man United are not going to report Lisandro Martinez for being a shithouse to the PGMOL. Spurs are not going to report Richarlison or Romero. Man City are definitely not going to send a letter in this week about Haaland and all the things he did at the weekend, which are a brilliant part of our sport. But clubs are complaining that Arsenal are good at corners, good at free kicks. Oh, blocking the goalkeeper. Oh, the dark arts. Grow up. Turn it in. This is hilarious. And I saw this get shared yesterday as well that shows the average time delays in seconds so far this season. And Arsenal topped the list. And oh my God, this is horrendous. Arsenal are absolutely woeful. Arsenal are crazy. I mean, look, it's only a handful of seconds longer than all those other teams. But what the BBC left out and rivals have not spoken about is the fact that when it comes to the average goal kick times this season, they're beaten by Manchester City. Ipswich, who have no real reason to delay games because they're losing, have done it a load. I've seen Newcastle fans jump on Arsenal in the last couple of days. Look how long their delays are on goal. In fact, I wish Man United were taking our goal kicks taking a little bit less time. But maybe it's because we're not winning enough games. We're not in the lead. And we're chasing leads, so we're taking them quickly. I don't know. But I've said it before, I'll say it again. You can call me an Arsenal fan. You can call me a twerker all you want. But this constant knocking of Arsenal is absolutely horrendous, in my humble opinion. It is bordering upon illness now. People are literally, the dark arts are winding people up. Your clubs are sending letters to the PGMOL complaining about it. You're manipulating the stats to make Arsenal look like the only time wasters in the league when everybody does it at certain times. Every club will have players that will fake cramp, goalies that fall on the ball and take the whole 6, 7, 8 seconds. Why are we acting like Arsenal are the only team that does this? This is crazy, crazy analysis in my opinion. Hit the like and the share button, people. Let's take a listen to what Mark Goldbridge has got to say. I want to get your opinions on this.
The biggest fundamental thing for me is this is Man City against Arsenal. It is the biggest game of the season. You have gone past the allocated stoppage time, which is already too much. It was the 52nd minute when he sends him off. So we're right at the end of the first half. We've had a really good half of football. That happens, and you think in a game of that magnitude that you need to get your rule book out. In any game of that magnitude, you've just ruined it. And I think referees need to realise this. Like, the increase in yellow cards is going to get us to this point where we get more sending offs. That second half was shit. It was fucking boring. It's defence against attack. It's boring.
I liked it, to be fair.
And I don't care whether it's Luton against Stoke. 10 against 11 is boring.
Look, I understand where Mark's coming from. In fairness to Goldbridge, he has been consistent with this for a number of years. I think he's wrong. I'll start off with that base and I'll explain why. But Mark has always said that he feels that you should manage the occasion and not always go by the letter of the law. So it's Arsenal versus City. You've gone over the allocated time. Give Trossard a final warning. Mark's done that about multiple games. I think when a Spurs player got sent off against Arsenal a couple of seasons ago, he said the same thing. So this isn't about him defending Arsenal. I think that's wrong. I think you should, to a degree, referee by the letter of the law. Before you will go, but Terry, you've said it's wrong to send off Rice. No, I haven't. I am calling out the inconsistencies. You either do what Mark Goldbridge is saying and you referee the occasion, not the match by the letter of the law, or you referee by the letter of the law, but you've got to be consistent. I don't think we can pick and choose between the two. I don't think you can have some games where you try and keep 11 men on the pitch no matter what. And then there's another football match where you stick to the rules, you're almost pedantic with them, you send people off, and then people feel the spectacle's ruined. I don't think we can take both stances in the game. But of course, tribalism kicks in. Oh, you're defending Arsenal. Next week, it'll be you're defending Chelsea. The week after, it'll be, no, you're defending. And every time a club benefits from these bad decisions or inconsistencies, everybody thinks you're attacking them, and nobody is doing that. I stand resolute on what I've said. I want referees to referee the game by the letter of the law. But they have to be consistent. There's a stat going around that hasn't been fully verified yet. But there's a report that over 100 times this season, delayed restarts have taken place where referees have told people to get away from the ball, hurry up and take the throw in, don't kick the ball away type moments. But there's only been somewhere between 4 to 8 yellow cards given. So where is the fairness here? I've said it before about corners. Give a penalty from a corner every time a shirt is pulled, every time a player is held. But you've got to do it every time. What you can't do is pick and choose the right time or the wrong times to do it. That, for me, is a major, major problem indeed. But look, as ever, I want all your thoughts. I want your feelings in the comments section below on this. Now, I want to talk to Manchester United here because I'm very, very happy about this news that has come out today. And that is that Manchester United's plans towards a new 100,000-seater stadium are getting closer to being essentially presented to the local authorities for permission. A new 100,000-seater stadium, 92,000 jobs will be created, not just during the construction, but what is left afterwards with the redevelopment of the local area. They are looking to build 17,000 homes. The area will generate over 1.8 million visitors a year to the area, and it is anticipated that it will bring a £7.3 billion increase to the local economy in Trafford in Manchester. No taxpayers' money will be used to build the new stadium. We already knew this. But my view is you won't see very many positive stories about this. And first of all, I'm going to start off with the positive. This is amazing news. So essentially what looks like going on, I'll break it down for reading the reports. Man United will either pay themselves or take private investment from private companies to build their new, hopefully 100,000-seater stadium. Whether it's a regen of Old Trafford or a new build on the same site, doesn't really matter to me personally. I'm happy with both because we're staying literally in the same plot. What is then going to happen is what Man United are pushing for is money from the wealthier parts of the country like London to be funneled up into Manchester's local area so that new homes can be built. Entertainment complexes could be built. Cinemas, bowling alleys, restaurants, bars, malls, everything else. So the whole area can get a huge facelift and a huge regeneration. Plus, lots of money is going to be spent on what is right now a very poor public transport area. And it's something that people of Manchester have been fighting for a long time. Previous governments have, promised to kind of do all this investment. I think they call it the Northern Powerhouse investments, etc. And they have failed. And this is something that Ineos and Ratcliffe are pushing hard for. So this is going to bring lots of government money to the local area for local development. But that money isn't being used to build anything that Man United will directly be benefiting from in terms of ticket money. Everything Man United will own, we are paying for essentially. But this is great news, and you won't see very many positive stories. I'm still seeing rivals today talk about taxpayers covering it. What you're now going to see as well is of course, there's a number of locals that will live around there that are not Man United fans. You're going to start to see locals complain. Or I actually saw a local complain online saying, well, I already don't like it here I've been living here a year. It's already too busy on match days. It's going to be crazy when they start the reconstruction. And my first thought was, why have you moved right next door to the biggest stadium in England, the biggest club stadium in England, but get annoyed on match days there's loads of people around? Why would you live there? But you're going to see people start to speak about, the poor locals with all the construction and the upheaval and everything else. And I understand there's an element there that, Man United and the construction at large, the redevelopment at large, need to be considerate to people. But the people I see moaning, I don't believe would be saying it about their own club if they were looking to do this. There should be positive headlines everywhere about this. There should be praise everywhere about this. It isn't just the new stadium. It's the £7.3 billion of income that's going to be generated for that area. The new homes, which the country is screaming out for. New things for people to do in the area. A facelift, the infrastructure, the public transport all being improved. And as a Man United fan, this is what I believe our billionaire owners of all of our football clubs should be doing. It isn't just, and you can hate or loathe Man City's owners, but what they have done for Manchester, the investment they have put in has been very, very good for the local people. And I believe this is what all of our multi-millionaire, multi-billionaire owners should be doing for the local working class communities that they have invested in. And I am very proud as a Man United fan to see this. Someone that used to be a resident and someone who spent a lot of time in my life in Manchester. I'm really, really happy to see them getting this. So well done to Man United and everybody that is pushing for what looks like going to be an amazing record-breaking stadium, but also brilliant redevelopment of that area. As ever, listen, everybody, I would love your views, your opinions, and everything inside our comment section below. Hit the like and the share button. Please turn on the bell notifications if you're a subscriber. Get that done right now. But even if that doesn't work, we've got a group chat where we post all our videos as well. Take care, goodbye, God bless, and I'll see you all soon. Peace.